Welcome back. I am very excited for today's video. I'm pretty sure I always say that, but I'm especially excited today because I got probably the most expensive thing I've ever unboxed in this box right here. So if you've watched my videos for a while, you probably know I really like cameras. You also might know that I've gone through a lot of cameras because I just have a bunch of fun going over specs and getting new cameras and then selling them on like Facebook Marketplace and then getting a new shiny one. Now the nicest camera I've ever had is the Sony a7 III. That camera at this point is almost like, it's like 5 or 6 years old, but at the time when I got it 3 years ago, it was like one of the best cameras out there. And 15-year-old me was so excited to get that camera, and the quality out of that thing, even though I really didn't know how to use the camera that well, was absolutely stunning. Now you might notice the quality for this video doesn't quite look like a Sony a7 III, and that's because it's an iPhone. I had to sell my Sony a7 III like a year and a half ago to get my truck, which I made a video on. And also, if you watch one of my previous videos about the GoPro, I went to Daytona to sell the only other camera I had other than my phone and my GoPro. That's because I was researching and planning on getting a new camera. Now the main camera I was looking at getting was a Canon R50. I just wanted something to get me by and I thought that would be fine. It's like the new version of the Canon M50. But I tend to get a little bit caught up in specs and I really loved my Sony a7 III. So I was planning on getting another Sony a7 III. I was looking around trying to find a deal on it. Well, I ended up watching some videos on the Sony a7 IV and I was pretty blown away by it. The Sony a7 III was almost a perfect camera in my mind, but somehow they literally perfected it and improved every single little tiny issue that I had with the Sony a7 III. So then I started to go way over my budget and look at Sony a7 IVs. That led up to having a Sony a7 IV in this box. I bought it off a guy on eBay, and he said it's never been used before, so supposedly it has 0 shutter clicks and it's got the box with it. It's just open. So I got a decent deal on it, not great, but a decent deal on it, and we're gonna unbox it and take a look at this absolutely stunning camera. I'm so excited to have my fancy good quality camera back because this quality, it looks all right, but it's not cutting it for me. So enough of me blabbing. Let's go open this thing and experience this awesome camera. All right, I'm sure it's extremely obvious, but I'm very excited about this. I think there would be a big problem if I wasn't super excited about this. Alrighty. All right. This guy had a lot of tape on this too, by the way. Oh boy. There we have it, the Sony a7 IV. The lighting's not the best for this, but whoa. Yeah, I got the crappy kit lens with it, but I already splurged enough on the camera, okay? Sadly, he taped it a bunch, so that tape's now gonna have to permanently be on there because it's gonna rip the box up. Oh, he taped it because the pull tab is broken. That sucks. Anyway, let's see this camera. Eventually. Ah, okay, he packaged it. Oh, did he package it up like it's factory? Oh, let's go. All right. So we got the strap and the charging cable. Yeah, we don't care about that. This is the body, I'm guessing. This is the lens, and this is the battery. Battery. Wow, that's exciting. This is the lens. This is the body. Let's just look at the body. All right. There is the Sony a7 IV, looking chunky, dude. One of the differences is the grip's bigger on this, and yeah, you definitely feel it. Also, my one problem that I really had with the Sony a7 III is it didn't have a flip screen. This thing, look at that, a flip screen. Oh man, all right, I'm so ridiculously excited for this camera. If you've never seen the Sony a7 IV or any footage that comes out of it, you're about to be amazed in a minute. Wow, that is one stunning camera. Let's look at the sensor real fast. It's got the shutter down to cover the sensor. So we'll look at the sensor in a minute. Also, I hope there's nothing wrong with this, but cosmetically, mint condition. We're gonna set that back there. Take a look at the lens real fast. Wouldn't it be nice if I just like pulled this out and there was like a G Master unexpectedly? Wow, this guy literally has it packaged like brand new. This is the same exact lens that I had on my Sony a7 III. But who cares about the dang lens? Let's look at the camera. I'm so ridiculously excited right now. But yeah, there's the camera right there. Oh, I cannot wait. Okay, let's throw the battery in this thing. All right, let's put that battery in there. Man, okay, this thing is like a lot meatier, especially on the grip, than the last camera, which is super cool. I'll go over all this really fun nerdy stuff that they did with this camera in just a minute. One of the really awesome things about this is the new improved flap system, so that kind of opens like that. Before they would just kind of dangle around. Also, the flip touchscreen. But you know what? Let's go ahead and flip this guy around and boot it on for the first time. Whoa, man, you hear that click? Okay, boom, it turned on. Again, like I said, supposedly this thing has no shutter clicks on it or anything, but Let's throw a lens on here and let's start messing with this thing. There's our sensor. I don't know if it's focused on that, but that sensor, perfectly clean. That's when this thing really starts to look good, is when you throw a lens on it. And oh my gosh, I just looked through the LCD screen on this thing. Holy moly. You can't tell because you're looking at it through an iPhone, but the quality on this is so good. All right, let's just get this over with and switch over to this camera. I can't wait. All right, let's switch over right now. All right, this is the Sony a7 IV. I'm just using the stock audio out of the camera. I have a Rode Video Micro that I'm gonna throw on it, but I just wanted to use just the straight camera for a second. Hopefully you can see the quality is absolutely insane. It's so amazing being able to look just at a flip screen and it work. Oh, okay. I'm freaking out. I'm gonna mess around with this thing. This is literally just stock out of camera, so that gives you an idea on how it looks. This is the 28 to 70 on this, so you can see that's fully zoomed out, like that's my hand far away. And then also if we zoom in, that's as far as it goes. Also, another amazing thing with this is the autofocus. We're gonna test all this stuff out. I'm gonna do a vlog with it because I'm so psyched. But like, just to give you an idea, if I put my hand there, you can see how fast it grabs onto my hand. Watch how fast it grabs onto my face. Almost instant. Like, this thing, it's crazy. It's got eye focusing and all kinds of stuff. Like, this thing's never gonna give me a problem. I'm like, my brain's exploding right now. I'm gonna mess around with this thing in a second. I'm gonna probably chill out a little bit, and we're gonna dive into this camera a lot more. I'm like freaking out though. Also, when I just took this thing out of the packaging, I was so excited that I didn't even look to see what mode I was in. So I was in manual at 120 frames per second. Now we're at 1080 at 24 frames per second. So you can see how that looks. This camera, like through the viewfinder at least, I can't wait to put it on my computer because it looks so good. Also, I'm recording with the Video Micro now, so I don't know if the audio got a little bit better. Also, I gotta put my first shutter click on this camera and then see if it does have any shutter clicks on it. That's gonna hurt to take a photo with it for the first time, but you know, you got to drive the car off the lot at some point. So we're gonna put this guy into, dang, that's stiff. Okay, we're gonna put that guy into photo mode, and we're gonna capture supposedly the first shutter click on this camera ever. Whew. All right. So now I'm gonna throw this onto the website and see if that was actually the first shutter click. We'll find out. So this thing literally has 7 shutter clicks on it, which is crazy. So we're gonna test. I don't know like even what the image stabilization is set at or anything. So I don't know how, like, I'm moving the camera around a lot, but I don't know how wobbly it is and everything. We're gonna mess with it, and I'm gonna mess with all kinds of settings and stuff. But like, seriously, I'm so excited. So I'm gonna mess with some stuff. I'm gonna get back to you. Also tonight we're gonna test the low light. That'll be interesting. All right, I'll see you in a sec. All right, so I just stepped outside because it looks so good out. Also, this camera looks amazing. I have it on completely auto, so I don't know how it's exposing and everything. Dude, the background's so blurry, it looks so awesome. So like, if I stand here, I don't know how blown out the background is. It actually looks pretty blown out, to be honest. But it's like, it's kind of windy out, but it looks so good out. Hopefully, I'm assuming this camera can capture it perfectly, but it is, I don't know, it's like a really nice time of day out. I'm not gonna color grade this footage at all because I just want, oh wow, look how fast that autofocus is. What the heck? I just want to show how it looks straight out of body. It looks so good out. Wow, it just grabs everything like perfectly. I'm gonna mess with different LUTs on it and stuff, but I'm just gonna keep it exactly how it is at the moment. Also, I realized the last clip that I was like jerking it around, I didn't realize that I had the image stabilization completely off. So now I put the passive image stabilization on. I'm sure you've seen how it looks just me walking around, holding it generally still. If I shake it around, that's what it looks like. I'm so dang excited. Also, the zoom's really good. This is fully out, but with the standard image stabilization on, so there's a slight crop to it. And then if we zoom all the way in, that's pretty dang good. Gosh, this thing is so sick, and I keep forgetting that I have a flip screen, which is so stupidly handy. But like, seriously, look how good this tree looks. Look at that tree. Okay, I'm just freaking out. I'm gonna mess with this thing a little bit more. I'll definitely be back later when it gets dark because I want to see how this thing does in the dark. But just from looking at the screen, this thing looks so good. There's a lot of lighting on my face right now, so see how the camera automatically handles it, because normally I have my cameras in auto. And then if I go in the dark, how does it expose for that? You know, it's doing all right. You kind of need to use the cameras in manual mode a lot of times, but it seems like it's doing all right. I'm gonna mess around with it a lot more, of course, but big thumbs up. All right, so we're outside in literally the pitch black. I'm gonna turn my phone flashlight on, and right now it's at 12,800 ISO. This is literally what it looks like. So this is at 12,800 ISO with just my iPhone flashlight, and look how good this camera looks. At least on the LCD screen, it looks so ridiculously good. I'm gonna walk around, but like, oh, I'm tripping on stuff because I can't see because the flashlight's blinding me. But it's like, dude, this thing looks so good. This is like literally pitch black outside. Of course, if I take it away, like, it's not that good, but you can at least kind of see me. Like, it's crazy. Shine my flashlight around here. Like, this is literally so dark out. I can't wait to see this on the big screen. Like, for sure there's some noise over there. Like, there's no way this thing's doing super well, but like, it's so dark out, and the fact it's able to handle this so well is so good. Go back on me. The auto exposure figures it out pretty well, but this camera is doing so stunningly well. I'm so impressed with it. But yeah, I just want to show a little bit of low light stuff. I keep feeling like I'm gonna trip over stuff out here. So far, I'm just absolutely amazed with this camera. I mean, there's no way I couldn't be amazed with it, but like, such an incredible camera. It is a little bit heavy though, but that's to be expected. Also, I just turned the brightness up on my screen all the way, and you can see, I mean, this thing is doing really good at lighting my face. It's crazy. It's showing all my wrinkles on my forehead, which is awesome. This thing's doing super well. I'm gonna film probably some kind of vlog stuff tomorrow, so it's probably the next time you'll see me, but yeah, I'm so impressed. All right, so it is the next day. I've watched the footage that I filmed yesterday, and I've dialed in some of the settings. I'll talk about what I changed a minute ago, but it's really nice outside. Look how nice it is. I gotta go out there. So we're gonna go fishing at a different spot than my GoPro video because I didn't catch anything when I was filming there. I fished there twice and I've caught 2 fish and then 3 fish there, but it's fine. We'll go somewhere else. The problem with where I live is everywhere you go is super overfished. But let's go head out and go fishing, and let's talk about this camera a little bit more. All right, so the spot I was thinking of going to doesn't look as good as I thought it was. So we're improvising and going to a different spot. Gotta walk down to it, but I'm hoping there's some fish in there. But let's head on over there and hopefully catch some fish, unlike last video. Also, that thing is super annoying. How is this thing doing? Adjusting the ISO. I look super blown out right now. Also, I probably need to put an ND filter on this thing, but hopefully it's adjusting fine. I finally got it. Like, if I go from here into a dark space, it's probably gonna have a lot of trouble. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, so I'll just stick out here. Hold up, let me show you what I just saw. So where I was planning to go was over there. There's a little pond there, but I just saw through there. Look at that. We are definitely going over there because there's definitely fish there. So this is my first time out of the house with this camera, and I'm setting up my lure right now. But already I can guarantee you I'm still going to be using my GoPro to vlog a lot because this camera is really big and really unwieldy. But it's also a lot of fun to take the big fancy camera around. So this is what I'm rigging up here. This hook is a little bit used, but it's just, I think this is called like an octopus hook or something like that, with a weight on the front, and then we're just going to rig up a little Texas rig. The line is pretty frayed because I caught a couple bass on it yesterday, but we're going to see how it does. If the line snaps, at least we know why. These are the worms that I use. These things are crazy. They smell horrible, of course, but fish really like them. All right, so I got this thing rigged up here. This is the rig that we're going with. Just a little Texas rig, so we're gonna go over there, cast this thing out, and hopefully catch some fish. Yeah, I'm hoping they don't mind too much because I'm literally walking through a backyard right now, but this lake looks so big. Hopefully there's some bass in here that want to bite. I legit had no idea this is here. All right, we're gonna throw a cast or two out here. All right, so I'm just kind of jigging it through the water here. I got a little nibble. He didn't try to swallow it, so I couldn't set the hook. I'm gonna fish for a minute, and I'll start filming if I get anything on. Look at that though. Can you see that in the water? They're going crazy in there. We gotta catch something. All right, so I'm not really having any luck at this spot. I got the nibble in the very beginning. There's a lot of action in the water, but I can't actually get anything to bite. There's a big snapping turtle that was eyeing me though, so that was cool. So slight problem. I just cast out, and then I was like, man, this feels like a really light cast. And then, yeah, remember I was talking about our line maybe snapping? Yeah, our line snapped. So I'm gonna run back to the truck. I'm gonna get a different setup, and we're gonna get back to fishing. We're losing light though, so I gotta do it fast. All right, so got back to the truck, and I tied this little guy on. We're gonna see how he does. Also, that autofocus is so perfect. We're gonna throw this little guy. I mean, it's so tiny. There's my finger. But I feel like all the bass that are gonna be in this pond are gonna be really small, so they might go for this. I've also never used it, so I thought it'd be fun. So we better catch something. All right, got back out here with this tiny little lure. Let's hope this gives us some luck. Oh my gosh, that thing does not cast far at all. So I looked closer at all those little ripples I was seeing, and they're like micro minnows that were following my lure around, so at least the fish like the lure. All right, so while we're still waiting to catch a fish, I wanted to talk about some of the things I changed on the camera because I watched the videos that I filmed yesterday, and I wanted to make some minor adjustments. First of all, I went through the camera and I customized every single button, all the settings, set it how I want it. I want to get as good as I can at using this camera and get all the potential out of it because there is so much that this camera can do that just like blows my mind. Stuff like having a custom button to switch over to Super 35 or crop sensor whenever I want, just for a little bit extra zoom or punch in. That's so handy. This whole video is only being shot at 1080p and then I'm uploading it in 4K so YouTube doesn't downsample the video as much. Also, if this frame's moving back and forth, it's because you're just sitting on a limb that's sticking straight out and it's just like bobbing up and down. But I'm shooting at 24 frames per second, and I noticed when I rewatched the footage, it looked kind of jumpy, so obviously I have to commit to a certain frame rate for this video. So I'm committing to 24 for this video. Normally I shoot at 30. If it looks too jumpy, I'm gonna switch to 30 again. Also just learning things like the autofocus. Of course, to get it to autofocus, I have to cover my face, and like I don't quite understand how it works yet, but I'm getting there. But just first impressions of this camera, especially compared to the Sony a7 III, this thing is just absolutely insane. Again, the biggest thing out of all the amazing things this camera does, to me at least, is this flip screen. It makes making videos so much easier. But anyway, I just want to say some of the stuff that I mess with. Also, this black background looks really blown out. If I go here, it'll focus back. I don't know, like, I gotta figure out, did that seriously focus on my arm? Dude, look how fast that is. That's so crazy. Anyway, yeah, the background looks a little bit blown out, but I'll figure out all that stuff and I'll dial it in. Sometimes I might use it in manual. Right now it's still in auto, but anyway, enough of me talking. Let's go back to fishing. I genuinely don't care normally if I catch a fish or not, but since I'm filming a video, I want to be like, look, I caught this, but still waiting. Okay, so we're gonna go back to my local pond where I fished in the other video. Actually took a second to grab my face. And I'm hoping I have better luck there, because this new spot that I found, although it's really big and it looks super amazing here, I'm not catching anything. So we're gonna go there. I'm gonna rig up my Texas rig again. That did really well at that pond yesterday and the time before. So all I wanna do is film a bass on this amazing quality camera. That's all I wanna do. All right, let's go there and catch some fish. Ignore that stuff. Alright, so we're here and I'm rigging a new Texas rig up. You can see it right there. I don't know, like, the autofocus thing yet. I love this camera, man. And it was so funny because I was watching the footage of me unboxing it earlier, and literally half the video was just me going, ooh! But, I mean, you can just genuinely see how excited for this camera I am. I mean, this thing is just, it's literally a dream camera. And for the dumb videos I make, should I have spent that much money on a camera? No, but like, you see my face when I was unboxing that thing? I'm having fun. Alright, so we are rigged up now and try to catch some fish. I've had good luck here, so if I don't catch any fish right now, it's your fault. Alright, I'm gonna cast out. Alright, I'm about done. I'm getting like eat up by mosquitoes. I'm trying to catch a fish here, but like every time I look down, they're all over my legs and on my hands and stuff. It's also getting dark anyway, but like, man, I want to catch one. I literally think having a camera while you're trying to catch fish is a bad luck charm, because for some reason I just can't catch any. Alright guys, we got a fish on finally. Oh, bro. I dragged him over here for the camera. I was way far that way and then I dragged him all the way over here. Yeah, because I wanted to film it. He got away. See, here's proof. He messed my rig up. Dang it, dude. I had one. Great. Dude, I was so happy because I was going to get to leave. Alright, whatever. I'm going to try for another one. Alright, so it's getting really dark. It's at the point where I can't even see my lure to see if the hook's still in the worm or not. So I'm going to call it. We didn't catch anything, but here's some fish that I caught yesterday. So, you know, at least you can see that I catch them. And there's that photo too, but yeah, I don't want to see that anymore. Anyway, I'm done fishing with you guys. You guys are bad luck. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I didn't really go over the specs or anything too much to the Sony because there's a million videos doing it so much better. I just wanted to show you me getting it and kind of have a time capsule of me getting this super awesome camera. And I can't wait to film a bunch more stupid videos with this camera. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.